Good morning, Smitty here. Day of eating, shred edition, rest day edition. So today's a day off from training and I fluctuate my food. That's not the right way to say things. It's early, leave me alone. Have not had a coffee. So today's a rest day. From weights, I'm going to do a lot of walking. Try and get my steps quite high today. I've already been for a walk this morning. And breakfast is 2 eggs, 5 little cherry tomatoes, some cottage cheese, and some salt. I'm having it outside because there's this little bit of sun that comes through into the backyard. The sun also gives us energy. So I need to utilize as much sun as possible to gain energy. So I'm not saying you should eat like this. Normally I'd have 3 eggs. 3 eggs would be great. And if it was a big training day, I was trying to go up in weight, or I just wanted it, I'd have 4 eggs. 4 eggs would be great. At the start of this, I think I was having 4 eggs, no tomatoes, you know what I mean? Things change as you get leaner. So you'll see, I never really eat till I'm stuffed today. So I'll take scales to work again, like the last video I made. I'm still weighing down to about 180 or 190 grams, my meals, and I have them really regularly. They're not enough to make me feel stuffed, but they're enjoyable, they keep me going, and it's working for me. It is really working for me. So small meals throughout the day. I've gotten it down to not really weighing things anymore, but I'll take the scales today to show you. So I think it's about 7 a.m. We've been for a walk and we're having meal 1, which is some eggs and tomatoes. Okay, it's 10 a.m. I didn't bring my scales, so I'm having that much chicken with just whatever veg I had. Barely worth even mentioning, but 4 bits of chicken, 3 strawberries, and I've had a couple of coffees today, so this is meal 2. That's really hot. I've just chucked it in the air fryer to warm it up. Yeah, that's it. So I'm just realizing now how boring this video is going to be. I'm at work, not really talking about stuff, but same amount of chicken as before. I've got a band-aid on my finger and it is just ruining everything. I've got these thin noodles, thin egg noodles, 4 bits of chicken that are about this size. I'm gonna chuck some salt on it, and I'm also gonna have a third of this, which is about 70 grams. I'm gonna eat off some mango. So pretty low carb day today because I'm not training. Remember, carbs are for exercise and intense exercise. I don't need much today, so I'm not eating much today. And tomorrow's video, you'll see, is the opposite, and we carb up. So meal 3, same amount of chicken as before, a handful of this. It ends up being like a quarter of a serve, but it's enough to add some texture with the salt and maybe a bit of sauce. It's just really enjoyable. I know it might not look enjoyable, but yeah, it is enjoyable. And a bit of mango. That's meal 3. The noodles are so good. Wow. Just speaking anecdotally here, nothing scientific, but these small meals, like every meal ends and I could easily eat double what was in there. So choosing ahead of time how much I'm gonna have and just sticking to it. Never fully stuffed, like I never have that feeling of like feeling stuffed. Like if there was double the amount in that bowl, I could eat it. But what happens is like 5 minutes after the meal, you're just counting down to the next meal, like you're not starving. It's just enough to get you by and enough to get you by and enough to get you by. And you never got that like slow feeling, that sluggish feeling after you eat. You never hit that. And then sometimes at night, what I've been doing, you'll see, is I have a slightly bigger meal at night, but still trying to avoid that stuffed, lethargic feeling. Maybe we're not meant to feel that feeling. Maybe that's for feasting. Maybe you're supposed to feel that at Christmas and that's it. Maybe you're supposed to feel that stuffed feeling when you go out for dinner and that's it. Maybe we're not supposed to feel stuffed. Maybe we're just meant to feel good. Oh. So good. Meal 4, I'm going to finish off the mango. So I'm having this third plus the middle third. shove that in my face right now. Then I have to get in the work van and do a delivery, and when I come back I'll have a bit of chicken. So meal 4 is being split up into 2. My mini meal is being split up into even more miniature meals. Okay, second half of meal 4, more of these thin noodles. I honestly reckon that's about a quarter of a serve, and a serve is 40 grams of carbs. So I'm having, each meal I'm having probably less than 10 grams of carbs. So it is my low carb day, but that doesn't have to mean no carb day. But my carbs have been from fruit. I had 2 serves of this so far, so there's 20 grams. I'll probably have a serve with dinner, 30 grams, and you'll see what else I have later, some honey and some rice cakes and stuff like that. But yeah, fruit, veg, we salt this up, get some sun, and it's just one day eating low carb because I don't need a lot of carbs today. Tomorrow's about carbs, so it's just one day. And a bit of milk in my coffees as well, so there's still carbs in life, but not a lot of carbs today. All right, I'm going to enjoy this one. Okay, at the beach, I've got an iced long black from McDonald's. I've been craving another coffee all day since this morning and didn't manage to get one. So I've gotten one now. Must be close to 4 o'clock. So getting close to the time that I should have another meal, but I don't have any food on me. And I've got this, so this will count as my 4 o'clock meal. If I had some strawberries on me, that would have been great, but I don't. So going to get some of this beautiful sun. It only comes out once a month here in Victoria. Getting some sun on the skin. The sand feels so flicking good. Not flipping, not freaking, flicking good. The sand feels so good on my feet. I'm like walking on the shells and stuff like that. And I know this was supposed to be a day of eating, but this is part of my diet, the way that I live and the things that I appreciate, the things that I make time for. Could have stayed at work a bit longer to make more money. Could have done many things to go make more money, but I prioritize my health and my sanity. And I prioritize feeling good over that other stuff. And it's not easy because this world's pretty hard when you make decisions like that, when everyone else is running around being busy and, getting houses and families and debt and all that stuff. And I'm here at the beach walking, but we do what we choose. So I'm going to do a massive walk right now just because it's a rest day. Doesn't mean that it's a lazy day, although sometimes that could be the right call. But I feel fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to walk. I'm going to try and get lots of steps in right now. Maybe focus on my breathing, maybe focus on how nice the sand feels, but basically I'm just going to walk for the sake of walking. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of this coffee. I don't know how long I'll be here. I might even lay down for a bit if I get tired and listen to some stuff on my phone. But yeah, just going to enjoy this walk. And we do get energy from the sun. We do get energy from things outside of food. Food is not the only way that we receive energy. And food isn't here just for energy. Maybe I'll get into that another time, but that'll do for this one. All right, dinner time. These are the egg noodles I was chatting about. They're called thin egg noodles. This is 1 serving, 5 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs. You know I don't count calories, but it's still cool to know roughly what you're getting, right? So I'm gonna cook one of these, have half of it tonight, hopefully, or some of it tonight. And then I've still got a lot left at work for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna cook one of these tonight. I won't even have it all, but you'll see how much it makes. It could be a good thing moving forward. I'll look into it more. I just tried it to try something different, but maybe I'll look into it. Like ingredients wise, I still don't think it would be as good as potatoes, flour, cage-free egg, salt, and some acidity regulators, whatever that means. Could be an okay thing, wouldn't make it the bulk of a healthy diet. Anyway, so there's that. I'm having chicken, although I feel like steak. If I have chicken, it means like I'm making 4 meals. That's what I'm trying to say. If I cook a steak, I'll probably cut it in half and it'll make 2 meals. Whereas if I cook this chicken, then tomorrow's taken care of. And as you can see, I'm eating multiple times a day. So sticking with chicken, I've eaten chicken all day. I think the last video I made, I was having beef mince all day, or turkey mince, can't remember which one. So I don't think this is something I do every day where I eat the same thing all day, but last couple of videos it's worked out that way. I'm gonna have this with capsicum, some tomatoes, and some cucumber, and the noodles. And that will be meal 5 or 6 if we include the iced coffee. I might have some cottage cheese with this one. I'll sit outside in the sun once more, get a bit brown, enjoy a dinner. This will be 6 o'clock, which means I will have something again at 8 or 8:30. Looking forward to it. Quick chat while that's cooking. Here's the end of my capsicum. So when I eat capsicum, I can't believe how good it tastes. So when I have this stuff, I'm not really thinking of what nutrients in it. There's probably vitamin C. Don't care. Don't care what other vitamins. Don't care what we're told. I just know that this is a food that has been alive, or it is alive. It's got life in it, which means it has light. Everything we look, see, and touch is light. It has information. It's been grown out in the sun, gathering information and growing its own information. And then I consume it, and my body knows what to do with that info. What's in here, I kind of don't care. My body knows what to do with it. And I'm asking my body to become lean and strong and happy and healthy by the way I'm living. And my body will do what I tell it to do, what I instruct it to do, what I stimulate it to do, if I eat the right foods. That's my belief, and that's what I found in my experience to be true. This is why I don't worry too much about how many carbs are in this. I know that my body does like carbs for energy, so it can be a way to fuel my training, to get more out of my training, which is important to me. I know that the animal foods we're told have a lot of protein. I know that when I eat a lot of the animal foods, and most other people eat those type of foods, we do gain some muscle mass and perform well in the gym. But the animal foods are also the same thing. I kind of don't care what vitamins and minerals to a certain extent are in that food. It's been alive. It is created by this world, even though it's man-made or man-influenced still. When you have this, you won't die, but there's nothing alive in it, and for your body to process it comes at a cost. What else is round? Here. You won't die. Maybe there's a little bit of protein, maybe there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but your body does not know what to do with this. It hasn't had life and it hasn't had light. It has no information that your body needs. You can have it, it's delicious, you can have a little bit sometimes, and your body will process it okay. But if you're having a bit of this and a bit of that, spraying this everywhere, having your eggs with this, it's just all dead. It's just dead stuff, and your body's running on empty. When you have this stuff, your body's just running on empty. Just give it life, give it light. You can eat as much as you want. And the more you have this stuff, I used to love this. I'm not inhuman, but it gets better. You feel better, you look better, you'll perform better, and it gets easier to keep eating this stuff. Like, it becomes enjoyable. But if you keep this in, if you keep having a little bit of this and making it fit your macros, and make this fit your macros, and make this fit your macros, you'll constantly feel like it. You'll stay in that realm. You'll stay addicted to that. Slowly get off it. You don't have to do it in one hit, but slowly get off it and get on food. This is food. This is an edible product. You won't die, but you will not thrive. You will end up getting sick. Everyone sick, stressed, and then you die. One more thing. I just thought of this while I was cooking. If looking at food as life and light isn't really helping you, it sounds a bit woo-woo and a bit whatever. Maybe it'll also help you to know that when we eat, we're eating the water. The nutrients, a lot of it is in the water. And if you were to look at it that way, fruit and veg, even if you don't, fruit mostly raw, pretty much, I think. I don't know if you're cooking your fruit. Veg, even if you do cook it, you're never really like roasting it too much, or it retains a lot of its water. If you can try and have your meat or your animal products a little bit less cooked, it retains more of its water. Regardless, the information, the life and the light is in the water. It's called structured water. It's called the fourth phase of water. And your body turns this into structured water. So this helps the waters within you. Most people are pretty aware of how important water is in this place. And I've been pretty vocal about how I think we drink too much plain water and we're not really hydrating ourselves. But food is the best way to get water. You should eat your water. The nutrients is in the water. So therefore eat wet foods. Now eat foods that you know have water in it. Capsicum. You can imagine, because you've cooked it before and water comes out. When you cook your chicken, it loses weight because the water comes out. So what about an LCM bar? If you were to cook it, what would happen? It's already been killed. What would happen to oats? Kind of already been killed. A lot of these food doesn't have water in it. Could water be a great way to look at things? How wet is my food? How much life and light and water is it holding? If the information is in the water, maybe that would help you to look at it that way for a little while. Just thought I'd share.